Chapter 1, An Introduction. A woman's leather, thigh-high boots. The flick of a flogger against bare skin. The moans of a man in the throes of pain and ecstasy. Why can't I get these images out of my head? Ma'am, can I help you? Get it together, Ella. I know you didn't expect to be divorced by the age of 30, but you can't fall apart now. You take a deep breath and turn to the receptionist. Yes, sorry. I'm Ella Rancic. I have a meeting at 10. I'm here to have a quick consult. I just want to get this over as fast as possible. My boss is very accommodating, so if efficiency is what you're looking for, we'll make it happen. You know the Pritzkers, the Chicago hotel tycoons. Even they come here for their divorces. Hopefully they don't need as much help as all that. I'm sure you won't, but it still doesn't hurt to have the biggest name in town on your side. Speaking of which, you turn to see a commanding presence waiting for you at the edge of the reception area. This is a single love interest book, so make sure to choose someone who makes your pulse race. I'm guessing we're going to be picking the attorney, or whoever. Female options. We'll go with this look. Miss Rancic, follow me. I'm... Levy Thorne. It's a pleasure to meet you. You take his hand and feel a heat radiating off of him. His intensity sparks something inside you, something you hadn't felt for a long time in your marriage. Get a hold of yourself, Ella. He's your lawyer. You can't think about that with him. With concerted effort, you take a deep breath and try to compose yourself as you follow him down the hall. Thanks again for squeezing me in. I know you're busy. He waves away your concern as he offers you a glass of champagne from another assistant. A toast to the first day of the rest of your life. I'll drink to that. I am better off without my a-hole ex-husband, that's for sure. I'm glad you already see it that way. Makes my job easier. You can feel his gaze on you as you take a sip. You find his expression completely unreadable, but something tells you that you're not what he expected. You wouldn't believe how many attorneys I tried to get meetings with, just to be turned away because they'd already met with Pat. He's using a dirty trick to make you hire a bad attorney. Anyone who spoke to Pat can't help you because of attorney-client privilege. I've heard he was conflicting out other lawyers to screw you over. I despise assholes like that, although I'm not surprised. You know Pat? Our paths have crossed, unfortunately. Some divorces require a property lawyer like him to have a disposition, so I've seen his handiwork up close. But that also means I was never going to give him a meeting with him, keeping me free to represent you. He lifts his glass in a salute, and you feel a thrill run through you. You try not to think about what the thrill means as he holds his office door open for you. Now that we have the preliminaries out of the way, tell me what prompted you to request this divorce in the first place. You settle in your seat, take a deep breath, and reach into your purse to pull out handcuffs. You offer them to Levy as your mind flashes back to the dark night a couple of weeks ago. The crack of a whip resounds in the distance. What was that? I hope Pat's okay. You walk into the bedroom to find your husband on his knees in front of a dom. That's right, my pet. Show yourself to me, or you get the whipping in. Yes, mistress, whatever you say. Your mouth falls open as you watch Pat, your husband, spread his legs for the strange woman. Not fast enough. Someone strikes a blow across your shoulders with a thin, braided leather flogger. Oh God, yes, punish me, make it hurt. Pat? What's going on? Ella, it's not what you think. Please tell me there's an explanation for this. My, things have finally gotten interesting. Are you gonna join us? It's all too much. With a sob, you press your hand in your mouth and flee the room. You escape down the hall, sick to your stomach at the scene you just witnessed. Why was there fluttering low in your belly? You shake your head and force your attention back to the handcuffs and Levy. I think these speak for themselves. I walked in on Pat and Adam playing with them. Smile plays on his lips, wolfish and amused at the same time. Did you? That must have been a shock for a woman like you. It's be a shock for anyone. Who wouldn't want a divorce after that? True. Anyone who betrays you with someone else deserves to be kicked to the curb. It's why I don't deal with long-term commitments, personally. I find life a lot less complicated and a lot more fun when you're not bound by marriage vows. You swallow heavily, trying not to picture exactly what kind of fun Levy was getting up to at night, and what it would look like if he were to join him. But I digress, and have taken the liberty of drawing up a preliminary agreement based on your questionnaire. Shall we make things official? By this book, you'll have the chance to show off your sub side. Yes, I'm ready for bigger and better things. Anything you have to offer. You're the expert, Mr. Thorne. I'm yours to command. Really? He sucks in a sharp breath, his gaze like fire that burns through you. You should be careful of throwing around statements like that. He offers you a pin, and your fingers brush against his, a flicker of something electric surges through you. You swallow hard, wondering if he felt it too. Flustered, you yank your hand back and scrawl your signature across the page. I hope my situation won't make things more complicated. I'm sorry if the handcuffs were too much. Don't be sorry. You'd be surprised how many people are into kink. Really? Do you hear this a lot, or... I feel better knowing you have experience with this kind of thing. He picks up the handcuffs and starts playing with them. They slide expertly through his fingers. These are high quality. I doubt they're your ex's first pair. Did he let you play with them at all? Me? But I'm not... You can't... What? Show what these handcuffs are capable of. On the contrary, there's no one better to illustrate their various uses. Room spins around you. Those images are still burned in your brain, but this time it isn't Pat on his knees, and the feeling taking over isn't shock. I'm happy to tell you anything you want to know, but you have to ask the question. Levy's eyes glint with something unknown, something dangerous, as he lets the handcuffs dangle from his fingertip. Are you brave enough to ask, Ella? Is this book for real right now? Seriously, just asking for a friend. You lift your chin and meet his eyes. I'm brave enough for anything. Bold words, but I doubt you're ready for anything just yet. He takes a few steps towards you until he's a breath away. His movement's almost predatory. In fact, that's the one thing we should clear up right away. You glance sharply up, surprised at how sudden and stern lowering of Levy's brow. Did I do something wrong? No, but I'm in the world of BDSM. What you say, what you consent to is everything. You have to be careful what you ask for. You open your mouth and close it again, your thoughts in a whirl. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pat was only in that position because he wanted to be, because he asked for it. Clutch the arms of your chair. Levy's looming presence makes you feel trapped and excited. You mean you won't handcuff me unless I want you to? Unless I tell you I'm ready for it? He tilts his head and watches you in an intensity that sets your pulse fluttering. That's exactly what I mean. Although I've got a sneaking suspicion that you're dying for me to use them on you. Jesus Christ, talk about unprofessional! This is supposed to be your attorney. You met him 2 minutes ago. You want to protest, but you can't. You wonder if he can sense it, the heat blooming through your body, the way your thighs press together. The handcuffs sway gently back and forth. You watch them hypnotized as he waits for your response. Maybe just a hypothetical demonstration? He releases a low, sultry chuckle. A little too fast for you, I'm not surprised. What's that supposed to mean? Watch as he clips the handcuffs around his own wrists. With his free hand, he attaches himself to a metal bar on the edge of the desk. And now we have no key. Well, you're kind of just screwed there, Mr. Levy. Come closer, Miss Ransack. I can't hurt you. Even though you know he's teasing you, toying with you, you draw closer to where he's shackled. I'm wholly at your mercy now. You're the one calling the shots. You shake your hand, despite the fact that he's the one handcuffed to the desk. Power radiates off of him, you both know it. So, how does this work? That depends on what you want to know. You gulp, torn between the desire to hear more and the sudden realization that you're way in over your head. Levy gestures, sees you hesitate, and softens. He gestures you closer with a nod of his head. For example, how did you feel when you walked in on Pat in the dome? I don't mean initial shock, but after. I felt, you would assume, betrayed, angry. How could he do that to me after 8 years of marriage? What kind of person hides a secret like that? That's a good question. 8 years is a long time to stifle your natural desires. Are you defending him? No, stating a fact. He appears unruffled by this attack. He shrugs one careless shoulder. If you ask me, your problem isn't that Pat wants to be dominant, it's that he wanted... well, he never told you about it. The kink isn't something you should hide from your partner. It's meant to be explored, enjoyed, shared. You sound like you're speaking from personal experience. That's because I am. I've been part of the community for years, and no, before you ask, it's not because I like to hurt people. He shifts so you can see the power twist of his wrist and the handcuffs, the ripple of every muscle in his forearm. There's no way better to enjoy someone than to control their every desire and need. My partners don't come until they beg for it. TMI? Much? That sounds intriguing. I think I'm starting to understand. It's about more than physical pleasure. For you, it's psychological. His eyes glitter darkly. For me and my partners, I always make sure of that. Even though Levy's office is huge, the walls are starting to close in. There's barely enough room to contain the two of you. Everyone has their fantasies, it's a matter of bringing them to life. Even you must dream of something or someone. Wouldn't mind a little roleplay. Interesting. And in these roles, what part do you play? Well, depends on my mood. That's the benefit of playing pretend. It doesn't always have to be the same. Ah! And what appeals to you right now? You flush, and something about his cool acceptance of your answer loosens your inhibitions. Maybe a helpless client in legal trouble, desperate for help from a high-powered attorney? Okay. His lips pulled up in the smallest smirk as his eyes darken. You shake your head in disbelief, coming back to yourself. I'm still not sure I understand what you're getting at with all this. Instead of answering, Levy pulls out the key and unlocks the handcuffs. The moment Levy is free, you realize how intense this conversation has gotten, and how commanding his presence is. The point is, you're not alone. Whatever your desires, your secrets, there's someone in the community willing to accommodate you. You make it sound so ordinary. That's because it is. Whatever you want is yours and for the taking or the giving. All you have to do is ask. He offers the handcuffs to you as soon as you close your fist around them. He turns away, the conversation at an end. I hope you found our talk informative. I know I did. He barely suppresses a shiver as he returns to his side of the desk and to business. The good news is the case is against your ex is strong. I'll get started right away. In the meantime, I have a list of tasks for you. What kind of tasks? The usual kind. If you want to make this work, you need to do what I say when I say it. Do you understand? He hands you a pre-printed checklist with tasks like making copies of important documents, changing shared passwords. Levy, you can count on me. I'll get started on this right away. So obedient, just how I like my clients. I'll update you in a few days. In the meantime, take good care of those handcuffs. You wouldn't want them falling into the wrong hands. He walks you to the door and leans in, voice dropping low. Don't make you punish you for disobeying me. Yes, Levy. I'm sorry, oh boy, this book, it's gonna be a thing. Several days pass without any word from Levy, or anyone else from your old life. You wake up early on the first day of your new job. Butterflies wreaking havoc in your stomach. Nothing to worry about, Ella. Just your first day of work since you got married. Now, not to mention that you definitely need a paycheck if you want to get out of this hotel room before you burn through your whole savings. You can do it. You slip out of bed, but as you head towards the bathroom, images of your marriage plague you. Baby, we both know you can't handle a real job. I'll take care of it. One of those, I see. You shake your head, determined to not let him ruin your first day. I got this job on my own, and I can handle it on my own. Sure, it's a campaign speechwriting internship, and I'm in my 30s, but everyone has to start somewhere. Hey, at least it's a paid internship. This is true. As you're getting ready, your gaze falls on Levy's business card on the bedside table, and you're instantly back at his office. I'm happy to tell you anything you want to know, but you have to ask the question. I never thought the sight of handcuffs could make me feel so conflicted. How can I even think of such a thing? He was only teasing me to prove a point. The sooner I accept that, the better. The fluttering anticipation in your stomach doesn't settle, but you push it down as you start rifling through your closet. Forget Levy. Pat, today is the first day of my new life as a single professional woman. You find a sleek dress that's appropriate for an office job, and sexy as hell. Just the thought of slipping it on gives you a boost in confidence. Hey, if I'm gonna play the part, I need to look the part. I mean, it's not a bad dress. In before you're working with the woman Pat was, with. There, I'm ready to tackle anything. And with one last look in the mirror, you turn to take on the day. Soon you arrive at the mayoral campaign office. Signs for Luis Hernandez hang everywhere, and phones ring off the hook. Hi, I'm Ella Ransack, the new speechwriting intern. I hope I'm in the right place. As long as you're here to unify the city and enact change that matters to everyone, we won't turn you away. That's quite a line. I came up with it myself. No one knows more about running a campaign than Emerson Chadley. I guarantee it. Come, I'll show you to your desk. If you have any questions, sweetheart, I'm the man to ask. I started working in offices like this before I could walk. Oh. Did you just start here too? Though you balk at being called sweetheart by someone several years younger than you, it wouldn't be the first time you let something like that go. How do you... the guy actually looks older than her, I'm just saying. Oh, I'm a old pro around here. Lewis personally asked me to help him out. Young woman at the desk next to yours rolls your eyes. Yeah, you mean because he asked you to because your daddy called in a favor. What was that? Nothing. Emerson, the comms department is waving you over. I bet they need your help with a new press release. I'm not surprised. I wrote the whole first PR when I was in middle school. As Emerson leaves, the woman heaves an exaggerated sigh of the relief before grinning at you. Sorry to interrupt, but I figured you could use the save. She notices your outfit and whistles. Damn, you look fantastic. Are you really an intern? Yes, and thank you. Mallory Jacobs. We interns have to stick together, you know? Never actually seen that name, so it took a quick second to, figure it out. I was sad. Ella Ransack, are you a speechwriter too? No way. I'm more of a social media gal. Twitter, Picta, TikTok, all about the intern cloud, or internet cloud. If you're a writer, why are you working as an intern? Shouldn't you be in a room with the big boss? You bite back a sigh, trying not to dwell on what your marriage took from you, but it's tougher than you thought it would be. I took some time off after I got married, and I am only just now getting back to work. You're married? Divorced. Well, about to be anyway. Is this a sad divorce, or... It's... bittersweet. I know it's the right decision, but he was a big part of my life for a long time. I get it, but I'm glad you feel like it was the right decision. Look at me, getting up all in your business in about 10 seconds flat. My mom always said I have no filter. That's fine. Refreshing, even. To be honest, I haven't had a friend who, was just mine since before the wedding. Your eyes go wide. You can't believe you've just said that to a total stranger, but something about her just makes you want to open up. Well, that's good, because I've already decided you're stuck with me. I'm gonna help you get back on that horse. What horse? The horse of life and singledom. The one that's gonna kick you into the next phase of your sex life, obviously. Tell me about your prospects. I want to know everything. Names, numbers, measurements. I take everything back I just said. Never mind. Your cheeks heat. You're not ready to talk about Levy, or the fact that you're still carrying those handcuffs around your purse. But before you can come up with a suitable response, your phone buzzes with a notification. I should check this. It's from my lawyer. You pull up your messages to find them. Have you been good and done what I asked, or do I need to punish you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy sweet hell. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Yep. That's the same words I was saying. Surrender, now playing as Levy. You lean back in your oversized leather chair, your phone in hand, and an image of a riding crop on your screen. Let the games begin. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell is this book? I can't. Oh, I'm gonna get a good laugh out of this one, apparently. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me in the channel, also consider hitting that join button, okay? It's a great way of, you know, there's 3 tiers offered, great way of supporting the channel. And especially if you're entertained and want to be like, yo, you listen, you deserve to, you know, maybe go get a cup of coffee, keep the lights on, keep the VIP coming, something. Because usually most of it honestly goes back into the channel. So just thought I'd say that. So far I've put out several chapters today. Pretty much Wake the Dead is on hiatus. More Mismatch coming, more Crimes of Passion coming, things like that. But once again, you gotta chuckle out of this book. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.